Yeah, welcome at Calf Empire. Today, I want to show up the hypocrisy of superstitious believers and the scientists. Whether you are physicist or science, and you are going to read about uh, string theory. If you have heard of this, is the most recent one that scientists have discovered is of string theory, where they say particles move in a wave-like structure. You see, they are still not getting that everything is a number. All there that is out there is mathematics, a number, and the number are the only thing that rules and govern everything. So as we keep reading the article, then you will also be able to look into what it says. Remember, always adjust load part of it. So if you are ready, then I will also give you the link on how you can find the article and read it by yourself, the whole of it, what it says, and how you can apply it on your base, basis life, on how you view reality to be. Remember, we are internal beings, we are internal souls, and all that is the Holy Spirit. And that Holy Spirit is made of numbers. There are sinusoid waves that have been there since the time of Big Bang and will be there for eternity. There are living mathematical information that will never change. All what they'll be doing is transforming. Because as the universe is evolving, then also the mathematical frequencies they are also what evolving. That's why we are here to learn and grow. Once you are learning, then you are going with the universe. But if you cannot learn, then you end up being lost. The way you will be operating, your operating system is going to be not you will not match to the young generation because the information as we are growing, it means we are feeding the planet with information, new information. So for you to be in touch with those information that everyone is creating and we are contributing together on this horrors we are living in, then you have to learn, you have to study things, you have to need to have that self knowledge. Once you do that, then you'll be improving. You're also going to grow, and your Holy Spirit, remember, also grow via learning. Then, even for you to reach hyper awareness, it all involves you to look out for information. If you can't do that, then things are going to be hard for you to get to hyper awareness. You'll still be stuck at a safe awareness state where you are able to know that yourself and the surrounding without looking deep into the interconnectedness of everything as a whole, as the universe. You will not be able to do that. And for you to develop consciousness is going to be hard. You can't, short we can say, you can't develop consciousness. All you will be experiencing is just sentient being. That is, you'll be able to experience Korea, having that inner experience of the surrounding. That is what we call Korea. While sentience is the same as the sentient is the ability to experience Korea. While consciousness, for you to develop consciousness, you have to first transform yourself to hyper awareness. Once you are hyper aware, then you can be able to develop consciousness. Yeah. So let me read out for you. It was like also a long. There is a lot of information on that journal. The other side is here. So I'm going to read it for you, and the title is "What is String Theory?" and this was being up by Nick Gilson, a physicist. So he says it's a collection of ideas in theoretical physics in which the fundamental building blocks of nature are not particles such as the point like electrons. You see? They are saying the fundamental building blocks are not like particles, but they are strings, which is if you ask them if you ask them the metaphysical question like what are those strings made of, they cannot explain to you. Remember, uh, science is all about breaking down these atoms. The horrorest thing that you can even superstitious believer can view with their naked eyes is matter, like the object we have. So scientists they break it matter into molecules. Now, for you to view a molecule, there is a need for a microscope. See? After the model, you are able to view a model using a microscope, then they also break that into a tiny particle called now atoms. You see? Once they have you are able to know this atom, then they also break that atom now into protons, neutrons, and electrons. And on visualization, what you find is like, and inside the atom, there is a core nucleus that we call it the nucleus. Inside the nucleus, where there are protons and neutrons, while the electrons are the ones that involve around the nucleus of that atom. You see. So now string theory have come out, it's like they have also break down those protons now. They say they're viewing it as in a thread like, in a string like. Those is how the fundamental protons are behaving, and they're claiming they can even reach out for space and time, which is if you ask them what are those fundamental protocols of this thread like made of, they cannot say it. So it's that claim that they don't want to accept that O is a number. Two exists, it exists, and it will never change, it will always be a two. So the fundamental building block of the whole universe is the number. Numbers were discovered, they weren't made. But instead string image microscope Webber lab-like. String theory is primarily a theory of question which elementally consumes the theories of gravity and quantum mechanics. You can see now the quantum mechanics, even Max Planck, the founder of quantum mechanics, 100 years ago, already discovered that there is nothing as matter at all. All that is pure invisible mind is what is fundamental. That's what he discovered, the founder of quantum physics. Although scientists up to now, they still don't get that all is mind, all is soul. Remember, mind and soul, they're the same things because they have the same amplitude, wavelength. So it's just another name of the same thing, just having a two different way to say about it. He said that, but he didn't mention what is that mind is. He just discovered that everything is mind. And what can explain what mind is only mathematics. Mathematics, according to Fourier's equation, where it says if cosine x plus sine x is the sole equation, that is Fourier's equation. It perfectly describe all the sinusoid waves. When combined, they end up to zero. All the perfect numbers, all the negative numbers, all the positive numbers, if you combine them, they all add up to zero. You see, and zero, it means it's infinite because it has every possibility. That's why when it is involving producing those sinusoid waves, it is fundamental. It will never change, but you will always just being evolving. You see, producing out those fundamental beauty, and that is how we explain the Big Bang theory, the theory that happened during the time of creation, during the time of rupture of the universe. Now that is rupture to the material world we are seeing. Yeah. So who invented the string? They says Gabriel Venetian in 1969. He was trying to describe the physics of particles like protons, neutrons, not strings. By him, it means now he had that view of the an atom where there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, protons and neutrons and the electrons are evolving. So you can even have that view that it's like space, like to like the one who makes is saying that those are like space thing, while it's just particles inside an atom. The universe as a whole, for you to discover the whole universe, is at large scale, and you really need to have learned of how, first for you to discover like to discover the space, then you needed to have information about how the planet evolved, like the solar system. You need to have first information on the solar system, and you also need to know the esoteric teachings on how you can create something that can help you to go up to space. It's not like you can just need to visualize. No, first you have to have the information on how the space looks like and how the things when you are projecting inside the space are working. So the majority, there must be a certain aesthetic teachings on how you can travel out to space. And all those historic teachings, they must have some mathematical nature, because it's just part of, like such is part of knowledge that just have discovered only that space. You see? How many dimensions can there be in the string theory? So now we are talking about the dimension. Remember, we always say we are living at the zero dimension, and the rest of the dimensions we are having are the ones that helps us now to create the analog, or they are the ones that are helping us to communicate with each other, because the rest of the dimensions are coming out via the smartphone, where the internet we have created. So it says string theory predict 10 total space-time dimension, but we clearly live in a world with 4 dimensions. You see? But the reality is we are living at 0 dimension. And space-time, because remember, this is saying, they are saying this because they are attributing it that time exists. You see, without knowing that time also is an illusion. All that is a number. All that is the Holy Spirit, and that is involved, is that it has the mathematical information that is keeping evolving and transforming, and it's outside space and time. It's outside time. That mathematical information that involved is outside time. That's why all the time travel thing, then you can choose to make that time travel to maybe 1967. You, with that, where you have to 100% know that time also is an illusion. Time has been put out there so that maybe the procedures we might be having, they need to have time bound rather than just being chaotic position. That's why first we really need to learn all the matter. Once you understand what matter is, then you have to come now to mathematical concepts, because you can't just start with mathematical concept without knowing what matter is. I hope I hope I'm making myself clear. You get it? Yeah. So the four dimensions, the rest of the dimension we are creating, then we are doing it on, maybe there are some, maybe, the world is has billion people and with different point of view. So the truth is the truth. Only the dimension that is there is the zero dimension. Remember, even at the ground of creation, there was zero, and time is an illusion. Zero is the ground for everything. It gives out all the positive numbers. You can also give out all the negative numbers, and all the negative numbers in the universe, and combine it with all the positive numbers in the universe. They will all ground up to zero. So zero is infinite because it has every possibility. And that, because of that possibility, that's why it it can give out matter via fluid transformation, and that's how we are evolving as the planet as well. Remember, we as internal souls, we as the Holy Spirit, we are coming from the source, and the source is where all the positive and the negative numbers is, and we call it nothingness, and we it's God because it's everything. And that source links to these bodies we inhabit now via intuition. And that source, for it to grow and up to the point of reaching hyper awareness and it start producing consciousness, then it needs to learn all the mathematical information that is inside the horus, because the horus now is the place, the ground now we are interacting as to each other, learning from each other. That is what we call the horus. And we are not just from this horus, we are coming from outside the horus, where we call it the source. We are coming from pure mathematical information where everything was there. While these science, they say once you die, you don't have, and so while in reality, once you die, the soul get back to the source, and the body and it decompose, and source, the soul from the source, it comes back on the planet via another avatar. That's why you can see that universally the world had been evolving from the past. During the time of Bible stories, they were war even from all over the planet. You can see we have been evolving from the time of Julius Caesar. He was also conquering the planet, and the planet was still evolving up to the time we are living in right now. That you can see the war is still being, it's still there, but it's not like that much the way it was happening in the past, because This is mathematical universe. This is all, that is like the way Pythagoras said, all is the number, and the number are the universe. And that number, that mathematical information, it, it is evolving, and it is keeping evolving, and it's outside time. It's pure mathematical information that will keep evolving for eternity, regardless of time. Yeah, that is that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope I have made myself clear on string theory. You can see it's all about studying inside the atoms that are out there, and for for it to answer metaphysical claims or metaphysical questions like what is it inside that string theory, they cannot. That's why, because you end up do faith-based statement once you or have had this. That's why, because they were able to view these things using a microscope, you can see now they have now started making out guns, you see. And because superstitious, they view things using their naked eyes. They don't look with inside the things. You can see they are really don't have that much information. That's why you are finding out scientists are making guns not for uh, hunting animals, no, but they are selling those guns to specialists who have they haven't had more information, and superstition are having those guns to shoot people, in the process promoting chaos and corruption on this planet, which we want to transform to divine society where we're no longer looking at each other as a threat because someone knows something that you don't know. We are here to give this information out. Everyone should have this information. Everyone should realize who his or her own divinity. Everyone had need to know where he is, why he is here, and once he have done that, he will be able for his creation. And in so doing, we will all enjoy life. We will all contribute to the society. We all create a divine society we want. We have been told for years and years that heaven is coming and the time is now. Let's start it now. Spread this information. Always learn. Always focus on self transformation. Show out love out there. That is that I wanted to share with you. So you can see the hypocrisy. Someone is making out guns, someone is buying the guns, promoting chaos and corruption on the society we are living in, because people they don't have information of who they are and why they are here. The information has been hidden for them for many years, or because the scientists they were claiming to know the truth, while they still have a lot of metaphysical claim, a lot of cosmological that they cannot answer about what exists. Everything that they are doing end up to be a faith-based statement. A faith-based statement cannot tell you the truth and cannot change anything because faith-based is also a religious thing. Here we offer you the truth that can transform you and that can transform everyone for the divine society we want to have. Yeah, that is that for today, guys. If you have any question, put in the comment section. Then I'll come back to you and answer that question. And once we do that, we are helping each other. It's all about you and me and them doing this. It's not one man's job. It's for all of us as a circle, as infinity. Cheers.